Here we go. All about set to go with the second final. The B main 2 is underway. Shane Wild leads them down the main straight from Lockie Della. They're 3 wide behind him as well. One car's gone in awfully heavy. Very lucky to straighten it out. Wild got crossed up while in the lead and has lost the lead to Lockie Della. There's one car that's gone around at the back of the field. The yellow lights have come on. It was a rather hairy start, and there's trouble under yellow down the other end here, with the 99 of Bridges riding up over the back of the 3 of Gavin Minty. This time around, B main 2. Standing room only over in the pits, watching this as they come up to the pit corner. Everyone watching this, which 3 will advance? Shane Wild leads them to the green lights. We're back underway. Della on the outside. They're in rows of 2 down into turn number 1. Diving to the inside is Mark Jennings. They're 3 wide for the lead as they run down the back straight. And is it Stevie O'Dowd who's made the big move up on the outside of Wild as Della has taken the lead? They are 3-4 wide. Oh my goodness gracious, Della has gone right across the field and is going to cause a calamity. There is cars everywhere with the leader spinning in front of the entire field. Most of them have got away with it. Shane Wild, I think, might have some damage. Definitely Kyron Bridges does. He's missing the whole front of his car in the 99. Definitely has lost the entire bumper. And there's 2 other cars further back who had absolutely nowhere to go. The mathematical odds of making the A main have just got better for every driver out there. Shane Wild and Stevie O'Dowd. A driver from Manjimup and a driver from Karratha are on the front row. We're back under green for the 3rd time. And Jennings got underneath of Minty and 1-1-0 as they go down into turn number 1. That's Blee on the outside. Stevie O'Dowd has taken the lead and they're every which way but loose. I've got no conviction whatsoever we're going to get through this lap either. They're 4 wide further back and there's a couple of shunts in the back end to go with it, but somehow they are. Oh no, they're not. Another one's gone. That's the 55 of White. The race continues. He did a 360 with Pike. And the 55 car of Kevin White was able to keep the car mobile. And the race now maybe can settle down. It's O'Dowd out in front from Clayton Blee. 3rd is Shane Wild. On the back end of him is the 21 of Mark Jennings. And underneath of him is the 89 of Carl Pickersgill. That's the first 5. Kyron Bridges is next. Then Andrew Tregonning in 26. Gavin Minty back in 8th place. 9th place is that of Daniel Stanley, and then Gordon White rounds out to top 10. The race leader has gone almost into the crowd. He went that wide. That's the 19 of Stevie O'Dowd. He was well and truly off the racetrack almost. Only the fence saved him, and that has put Clayton Blee to the lead. We know he's got plenty of speed. On the inside now, Stevie O'Dowd comes car number 2 of Shane Wild. Mark Jennings in 4th place. 5th place at this point in time is still that of Carl Pickersgill. 6th place is 99 of Kyron Bridges. Laps slowly ticking by. 4 down and 16 to go in what has turned out to be a dramatic old B main with 3 false starts. Before we got to this point, maybe we'll go the entire race from here on in. Clayton Blee leads at the quarter of the way mark. 5 down and 15 to go. 2nd place is Stevie O'Dowd. Then in 3rd place, car number 2, driven by Shane Wild from Manjimup. Mark Jennings is 4th. 5th place is Carl Pickersgill. Then back to Kyron Bridges. Andrew Tregonning is next as the 55 of Kevin White becomes retiree number 4. Another lap put together by our race leader Clayton Blee. Shane Wild comes to the inside now on Stevie O'Dowd. O'Dowd and Wild fighting for 2nd place. And the wily old veteran from South Australia and Mark Jennings right behind them, along with Carl Pickersgill. The rest of them are a long way back. And Unless there's a stoppage, I don't give them any chance whatsoever of qualifying. Clayton Blee out in front. O'Dowd still in second place. Right behind him is Wild, Jennings and Pickersgill. The chasing pack after that is headed by Kyron Bridges, Andrew Tregonning, Gavin Minty. Daniel Stanley is there along with Todd Barrett and Travis Moynihan in the 33 car. Behind them looks like Gordon White and James Westerman. Down the main straight, our race leader is a long way in front. He's 3.9 seconds ahead of Stevie O'Dowd. Right there with him is the 2 car of Shane Wild and Mark Jennings and Carl Pickersgill, as car number 2 of Marty Kelly becomes retiree number 5. Out of turn 4, the leader spins. The leader has made a hash of turn number 4. Clayton Blee will come back to the field. Down the main straight, the margin is back to 2 seconds. It's still O'Dowd in second place. Third place is that of Shane Wild. O'Dowd makes a mistake out of 2. Wild goes to second. O'Dowd back to third. He's now under pressure from Mark Jennings. We've made the halfway mark. We've done 10 laps. No, we're going to have a yellow. We've got a car that is stopped over on turn number 2 and has brought on the yellows, and that would have to be 102 Mitch Claybrook. Another one has gone at the other end, Travis Moynihan. So 11 laps to go when this one gets underway. So we did 9 laps under green. Clayton Blee, he had a 4-second lead. It was halved when he made a mistake out of 4. He'll have nightmares about turn 4. He led last night. They're the ones that will transfer at this point in time. Here we go with the restart. Back underway. The green lights are on. The green flag waves. And it is Clayton Blee, your race leader, from Stevie O'Dowd. And Shane Wild diving to the inside is Mark Jennings in the 21 car. Carl Pickersgill and Kyron Bridges run side by side for 5th and 6th. And behind them is Andrew Tregonning, as again Mark Jennings dives to the inside of Shane Wild and takes 3rd place. He now moves to the outside. Wild will try the inside, but couldn't quite get there. So Jennings has advanced into the 3rd and final transfer spot. Wild to try and fight back. Pickersgill's there with Bridges and Tregonning. So run the back straight. Oh, great car speed out at turn number 2 by Shane Wild. It's on in earnest for the final transfer spot. They're 3 wide now. And into the main straight, Jennings goes to 3rd because Wild has gone from 4th to 2nd, and Stevie O'Dowd has gone from 2nd to 4th, if all that makes sense. He might go to 5th now, Stevie O'Dowd, because around the outside comes Carl Pickersgill. Andrew Tregonning was a little bit crossed up out of 2. He goes back another spot. They're side by side out of turn number 4 for 2nd place. Jennings has gone to 2nd, Wild to 3rd. O'Dowd's back to 4th as Carl Pickersgill looks like he's out of noise as they run out of turn number 2 once again. So Pickersgill will be OUT out. And we'll keep an eye on him to see if he can get off the track safely as they run into the back straight. Clayton Blee keeping them interested out in front. Jennings in 2nd place. And 3rd place is Shane Wild. They're the 3 that will qualify at this point in time with 7 to go. 4th place is Stevie O'Dowd, and then back to Kyron Bridges, Andrew Tregonning and Daniel Stanley. They're running 2 and 3 wide for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th place. Make that even 8th and 9th at this point in time. They're in rows of 2 at the moment as they come out of 4 with half a dozen to go. Blee, Jennings and Wild are clear. Oops! Big crash. 2 cars involved. Stevie O'Dowd has hit the fence pretty heavily, and another car has hit even harder up against the fence. That's Andrew Tregonning. I ask you to remain behind the safety fence down there, please. Andrew Tregonning and Stevie O'Dowd have hit the wall pretty heavily here at the top of the main straight, and there's going to be a delay here while we sort this one out. A bit of a yellow lights go out, 7 remain. Coming up after this will be the medallion presentation, the A main, and then the trophy presentation to wind out the state title, courtesy of AVEG, as we get ourselves back underway. 7 laps remain in B main number 2. Blee leads Jennings down into turn number 1. 3rd place is Shane Wild, and trying to get underneath of Shane Wild in 4th place was that of Daniel Stanley. Gavin Minty there in 5th place, and then back to Moynihan as they come out of 4 with half a dozen laps to go. Down the main straight, Blee leads Jennings, 3rd place Wild, Stanley, Moynihan, Then back to Minty in 6th place. The 7th place car at this point in time is Todd Barrett from Esperance. Then Gordon Wyatt, James Westerman from the C-Main is up into 9th. Yes, he is in 9th. And then Chris Van Zetti in 10th. 5 remaining. And look at this. It is a 12-wheel motor car out in front. There's no room between first, second and third. Daniel Stanley trying to stay with them. Moynihan has gone back through the field. He's now dead last after making a mistake in 4. Out of 4 they'll come this time around. Mark Jennings has a look on the inside at Clayton Blee, and so too does Shane Wild. You can throw Nana's T-Tail back over the first 3 as they go down into turn 1 and 2. Clayton Blee starting to work very hard behind the steering wheel, and Mark Jennings pounces on the outside and takes the lead. Blee to fight back on the inside, and Shane Wild almost went into the pits. He went very wide down in turn number 4. 3 to go, and these 3 are clear. Stanley in 4th place. Oh, look out. Claybrook, not for the first time, not for the second, not even for the third, but about the 4th time has spun out in one of the mains. And he has not moved quick enough, and the yellows have had to come on again. And we've got another stoppage. He has got more lives than a cat at the moment, as Mitch Claybrook, because he's been missed numerous times, and he'll get another start. But the steward got him. Jennings, Blee, Wild, and Stanley back into the equation. It is a 3-lap run to the judge. And like B-Main 1, we've got nearly half the field on the infield. Away we go again with 3 to go. Mark Jennings puts the foot down. We're away. 2nd place is Blee. 3rd place is Wild. Daniel Stanley missed the start a wee bit. He's back in 4th. Then we've got Gavin Minty in 5th. 6th place is Todd Barrett in the 46 car, and then Gordon White and James Westerman. Another one's gone over in the back straight, but he's A-OK, and the race continues. That's Anthony Perella. 2 laps remaining here in B-Main number 2, which has been just as eventful as B-Main number 1. It's Jennings, Blee and Wild. Stanley in 4th. Back in 5th is Minty. Barrett in 6th place. This one here's got a flat tyre. Kyron Bridges, he's OUT out as well. Out of 4 they come. 1 lap to go. The white flag on display, and Mark Jennings looks like he's home and hosed. 2nd place is Clayton Blee, and 3rd place is Shane Wild. They should transfer these 3. Oh, as I say that, Clayton Blee hits the fence. He hits the fence, catches on fire. It's all happening. The fire puts itself out. He's going to finish well back down the field. The checkered flag comes out. 3rd place is going to be up for dispute because they're stuck together. First goes to Jennings. 2nd place goes to Shane Wild, and Daniel Stanley 3rd. Gavin Minty misses out. Todd Barrett, Gordon Wyatt, James Westerman. Then back to Chris Van Zetti, Travis Moynihan, Damon Thompson, Clayton Blee. On the last lap, hits the fence. The car momentarily caught on fire and put itself out. And he finishes 2nd last, and not for the first time this weekend. Clayton Blee has had some rotten luck on the last lap. Mark Jennings wins though. Shane Wild 2nd and Daniel Stanley 3rd. The numbers...
Yeah.